We have just been in Vegas for Skankfest, obviously. Not obviously, you might not know that. If you don't know what Skankfest is it's essentially a festival organized by Louis J. Gomez, Big J. Okerson, who have a podcast, a very popular podcast called Legion of Skanks, and they just put on a festival. Like, it is insane to see like a podcast becoming so big that they put on a festival. It's 3 days. It was
5,000 people.
Yeah, 180 comedians. I mean, we saw we were at the fucking strip club with Bert Kreischer.
Yes, we went to the strip club with Bert Kreischer. I saw Ari Shafir take a shit on stage. This is what comedy is nowadays. I think we need to tell people. I don't know if you know Ari Shafir. He's a comedian who's done a show on Netflix called Jew, because he's a Jew, not an anti-Semite. Can you imagine if it was him for an hour just talking shit about the Jews?
But it is him for an hour talking shit about the Jews.
But he's a Jew, so he's allowed.
From the Jewish perspective.
Yeah. And Ari Shafir, this is what we watched. We watched Kill Tony, and we saw Ari Shafir go on stage, put a finger up his butthole, bring out a piece of paper from his butthole that said, "My new Netflix special is coming out January the 6th." And then he pissed on that piece of paper, and then he took a shit on the stage upon announcing his Netflix special.
Yeah.
This is...
Yeah. And
and he was high on mushrooms.
Cock for a Jew.
Yeah? Yeah, well, you have to be. You can't be naked on stage with a tiny dick.
I know.
And he must have been high on mushrooms or something. I don't know what he was. But he was on stage.
Everybody was high on mushrooms.
Everybody was
festival.
so high.
Everybody was high all the time. Like, the gift bag is literally drugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally.
Legal.
Yeah, literally drugs.
Yeah.
And it was crazy to be a part of it. I mean, we're the only Euro boys out there.
Yeah, the only ones.
The only Europeans. And people really don't give a shit
They
if
don't
you're
give a
European
fuck.
here. Like, we go, people ask us, like, oh, where are you from? We're like, Portugal and Greece. They're like, all right, good for y'all.
Yeah, that's a good accent. You finally nailed it.
Yeah, good for y'all.
They
well,
know
you
that
have fun.
You might as well have told them you're from the city next door. Like, they just couldn't give a fuck.
We should have said Connecticut.
But I think it's because they don't know anything about Greece and Portugal.
Yeah.
I mean, they know a lot of things about Greece, but Portugal, they're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You got very annoyed, didn't you? Because the taxi driver told you that Portugal is a part of Brazil, which is a joke of yours.
Yeah. But just so on Vegas, like, it was madness.
It
like,
is.
I mean, everybody was there. You know, that green room was insane. Every day you would just see.
I met Shane Gillis.
Yeah, you met Shane Gillis.
I met Mark
Great
Normand.
guy. Yeah, Mark was there.
Bert Kreischer.
Bert Kreischer's there. Joe List. TJ, obviously.
TJ Miller, who had him. Annie Lederman was there.
Annie Lederman. Tim Dillon.
Yeah.
It was...
Tony Hinchcliffe, I met from Kill Tony.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And everybody was shit-faced, and no one cared about you or anything.
No, everybody was just hammered.
Yeah.
It was a festival for comedians and for, the audience of their podcast. So it was, there was just no industry, whatever. People were just hammered. Every day the after party was at the local strip club. And the first night we went, we met the manager, a guy called Joy, ironically, because he does bring a lot of joy. And every day you'd rock up to the festival at about midnight before the shuttle buses would get the artists to the strip club. And then
he'd bring five strippers with him.
Yeah, an army of strippers.
He was walking around with an army of strippers going, what's the next show? I'm like, Joy, you and I need to hang out more.
Yeah.
Have you met the girls? Meet the girls.
They love strip clubs.
Yeah.
They drop cash at strip clubs.